Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the ZD guy, Johnny Z here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Ghost EP, Phantomime. First off, just some fast album facts. This is the fourth extended play by Ghost, released today on May 19th, 2023 through Luma Vista Recordings, and it's the follow-up to 2022's Impera. Since there's only 5 tracks here, I'll go in order, so that said, let's get started here with See No Evil. Originally by Television, this version sees the track being given an updated sound and new atmosphere as well, right? The bass and keyboard sound fantastic in the mix, and this track is generally just a really solid cover here in my opinion, an upbeat rocker of a tune that acts perfectly as the album opener. So that said, I really enjoy See No Evil. Great Television cover here, and I think it works really well as the first track on the record, setting the tone for the rest of the album. Track 2 here is Jesus He Knows Me, originally by Genesis, and this track was released as the lead single for this EP, I believe, and sees Ghost taking the original track here by Genesis and reimagining it with a much heavier sound and bombastic instrumentation that sounds super clean in the production here on this EP. That's one thing I really love about this extended play, is I think the production is fantastic, right? As per usual with Ghost. And, with that said, I love this track sonically and what they did with it sonically, and the band are about to start a tour this summer with the Monomarth, and I have to believe this will be in the set list, which is just going to be fantastic live, I think. So, great stuff here, a fantastic cover, reimagining it a bit here, and much heavier than the original by Genesis, in my opinion. Track 2, Jesus He Knows Me. Track 3, Hanging Around, was originally recorded by the Stranglers and has a great groove to it, I think. The keyboards sound fantastic here and definitely give off a Deep Purple, John Lord vibe to it, which I really enjoyed. I dig that. I'm a big fan of Deep Purple, so I enjoyed that kind of similarity in the sound here. And just all in all, it's a very fun cover, I think, that makes great use of the keyboards, and it's an interesting contrast to the original, which the keyboards are not prominent like that. So I did really enjoy the way Ghost kind of reimagined this track with the keyboards being a lot more prominent in the mix, and again, it sounded very much Deep Purple, John Lord-esque, which I thought was a fantastic touch. Next up, we have Phantom of the Opera, the cover of the original by Iron Maiden, and the track that I was most looking forward to on this EP, right? It definitely caught my interest when I saw it in the track listing, and sonically, their version of Phantom of the Opera doesn't take too many chances outside of the ordinary, outside of the original by Maiden, but the turned up bass does great justice to the original, I think, and Tobias's vocals here give it that signature Ghost touch, which I enjoy very much. So, is it better than the original? Absolutely not. Of course, the original by Maiden off their debut record, self-titled, is one of the best metal songs of all time, but Ghost did a fantastic job covering it here, kind of making it their own, while, still staying true to the original, and it's definitely the standout track of this EP for sure, as the band delve into a more progressive style to cover early Maiden. And speaking of early Maiden, interestingly enough, Paul Di'Anno has said that Ghost's cover of Phantom of the Opera sucks, which, he's certainly entitled to his opinion. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but I thoroughly enjoy their interpretation of Phantom of the Opera and think it's a really solid track and the best cover here. So with that said, I did an entire review talking about them covering Phantom of the Opera and talked more about this track video I did a few days ago here on the channel. I'll leave that linked in the comment section below if you want to hear more of my thoughts on Ghost's cover of Phantom of the Opera. But just in general here, a very solid cover and a job well done in my opinion. My favorite track from this album. Ghost definitely take the biggest chance of this EP here on the album closer, a cover of We Don't Need Another Hero, originally performed by Tina Turner, and the band really going outside of their comfort zone here to take this track and totally seamlessly make it their own as far as I'm concerned. But in a wise move, Tobias Forge reworks the vocal delivery here to better match his register instead of trying to hit the same notes as Tina Turner, which again, wise move there by the band, and it has a great groove to it, and just in general feels fuller and a lot heavier, packs a much heavier punch sonically than the original. So very well done here, and a great album closer in We Don't Need Another Hero. Fantastic cover here of the track originally performed by Tina Turner. Usually when I do new music reviews, I give my top 5 favorite new songs from the record, but there are only 5 songs here, so I might as well rank every track. That said, coming in at number 1, my favorite's got to be Phantom of the Opera. Fantastic Maiden cover. Again, I'll leave a link to that video where I talk more about it. Coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with We Don't Need Another Hero. Number 3, Jesus He Knows Me. Number 4, See No Evil. And number 5, Hanging Around. But regardless of the order here, I really do enjoy every cover on this EP. All in all, the Phantomime EP by Ghost gets 8 out of 10 stars from me. Every cover delivers here with Ghost putting their signature spin on each of them. But for me, the highlight has to be their cover of Phantom of the Opera. But I think every song sounds killer trailer here with great production as well, and really interesting selection of tracks as far as I'm concerned. Very diverse and, covers a lot of different genres, different bands here, including the likes of Iron Maiden, Genesis, and Tina Turner, as well as a few more. So I thought that was really interesting. I enjoy it, and, it's not a long listen, so if you have 30, 35 minutes to spare, and if you're a fan of Ghost and what they do, if you're a fan of occult rock, I definitely suggest you check it out, because I found it to be a very fun listen. So for me, 8 out of 10 stars. So that wraps up my brief review of Phantomime by Ghost. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, turn on the bell for notifications so you never miss a new upload, and let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite song from the new Phantomime EP. I want to hear from you and your opinions, all that good stuff down in the comment section below. And until next time, it's the CD guy, Johnny Z, signing off. Take care, everybody.